Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, the Paul Pluta channel, and ArchieLuxury corporate. Guys, keep watching. Keep watching. I need the viewers. I need the viewers. I need the subs. I need it. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. ArchieLuxury on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel. Today guys, I'm doing a paid review. This is paid review 20 SE19. And this is for Joe. Oh, it's Mike Hunt. And when you send me these reviews there, try and keep the images smaller. No point sending me huge images because my video software doesn't handle huge images and it ends up giving me microscopic fonts. So I've got to read it from my phone here. So this is 20 SE19 for Mike here. Okay, Mike. So here is my collection. I would like a review. Each watch, giving your personal opinion on each one, and answer this. At 30 years old, where next is in my watch collecting journey? Please be as hyped up, brutal, and nasty. Man, if you sent me a damn decent font, I could read the thing as you want. Okie dokie. So my background, I'm 30 years old, and I have my own established business within the construction industry, which is now 20 plus employees. My love for watches started at 18 when I purchased a couple of Casio G-Shocks. It goes on. A few years later, I was making okay money and treated myself to a Tag Heuer. Okay, sounds great. Over the next few years, worked hard and saved hard. Next up was the Tudor Black Bay, steel and gold. I bought that on completion of my first high-end major project. Age 28. At age 28, my business was doing well, so I decided it was time to step into the big league for Rolex, and so I bought a Datejust 41, smooth bezel, oyster bracelet, silver dial, not pictured. Next up was a fluted Datejust 41, 126334, blue dial on Jubilee as a 29th birthday. As I had bought a few pieces with the AD, they contacted me for a piece that I always wanted. They get one at retail. That was the 116610 LN sub. I couldn't turn it down, and it's in the safe, not pictured, but we know it's a 6-digit black sub. Okay, I was now in the Super League with watch collecting history. Well, they're okay watches, but they're not Super League. I was offered from my AD. I never thought I would own a Batgirl. Okay, which he got for his 30th. At 30 years old, I established myself well in the construction industry. Okay, you keep telling me how well you're doing. I really don't care, but okay. And I purchased 20. Okay, you got 20 staff. Okay, and to mark this achievement, I purchased a solid gold sub. This is a watch I love, but for safety reasons, I'm not wearing it often. I absolutely, okay, you love it, beautiful. Would you recommend selling the 116618, or do you consider holding out for prices perhaps rise as it is now discontinued? I think it's a watch that I would sell, but I don't want to miss out on the price spike in the next couple of years. Archie, now that I have a substantial Rolex collection, well, it's reasonable. When you say substantial, it's okay, but I know people with 30, 40 pieces. I mean, come on, let's not be too up ourselves here. Arch, now that now that I have a substantial Rolex collection, should I stop at Rolex or should I continue the Rolex journey to obtain the other sought after models? Pepsi, Daytona, Day-Date. Next reasonably obtained purchase could be a Day-Date 40. But I would sell the sub. Well, I thought you said just doing so well. If you're doing so well, wouldn't you just buy them? I don't understand this. Should I even sell it? Yellow gold sub or yellow gold day date? I am also leaning towards an AP Royal Oak if I don't swap the gold sub for a day date. Would I be making a mistake swapping it for a rose gold Royal Oak? The lady tag, Hoya, well, the tag's okay. It was bought for my wife. It's an aqua racer with full diamond bezel. Nice piece without the hefty Rolex price tag. My absolute grail is a Patek Nautilus, but I am a long way off that unless I sold the entire collection. Please review. Remember, as hyped, brutal, and honest as you can. Please keep my real name and details private. Yet, yours sincerely, Mike Hunt. Okie dokie. So, I mean, I gotta be totally honest with you, Mike. Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to hate you, really. I mean, man, you're doing well. That is good. You've got to be humble. You don't want to be an arsehole, okay? It's never good to be an arsehole when you know, it's good to do well, but don't be an arsehole. What do I think there? So, let's have a look there. You're doing so well. Man, you don't have to keep telling me how well you are. I really don't care. I don't care. Okay, so you're telling me you got the Tudor, black base, steel and gold. I'm not a big fan of the steel and gold, but you've got it. Okay, keep it. And now you had a Rolex Datejust. Okay, that's a cool watch. The Datejust 41. Okay, blue dial on the Jubilee. Beautiful. Then you got a sub. Well, man, the sub, it's not that great. Okay. You got the sub. Well, that's great. It's an okay. The sub's a great watch, but I mean, come on, man. They're dime a dozen in New York City. Okay, they're not that special. It's a cool watch. I didn't say but you're making it sound. Now that I'm in the Super League, man, the only Super League you're in is in your mind, man. That's at 30. Okay, it's good. You got a business. You're doing well. You purchased the solid gold sub. Now, I got to be honest with you. Would you recommend selling the gold sub, or would you recommend holding out? Man, that's the wrong questions to be asking. There is no guaranteed answers on any of this stuff. Would I hold out for prices to rise? Man, if you were doing so well, this is your watches. They're not. You didn't buy these to flip. Okay. If you want to buy some investments, don't buy watches. Watches are supposed to be enjoyment money. This is what you enjoy having. You enjoy them. That's Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Man, you've got to enjoy your watches. These are not investment tools. You know, I mean, if you're doing so well and everything is so amazing, man, I don't understand it. I don't understand why then you're asking me financial questions. Man, my best advice to you is, you know, if you're doing so well, pay your damn house off and reduce consumer debt. That's the best return on investment. As far as the gold sub, personally, if it was me, I would be inclined to keep the gold sub. I think the gold sub is nicer than the day date. But I'm not talking about money and that there. I think, you know, this is a dangerous path. When you start looking at these things as investment vehicles, man, that's not what these things are intended for. With that said, I think possibly the gold sub would be a better thing to have than a day date. But hey, you know what I don't like the way you're asking that question. It's really off. It's really off. You know, that's that's not the reason. Should I even sell it? Man, you stop being a wanker. That's what my advice to you is. Stop being a jerk. You're being a jerk. You're big mouthing yourself how successful you are. Well, if you're so successful, you know, I honestly, you're piddly. I mean, the collection's nice, but I mean, man, you got a massive ego. It's a nice collection, but man, you know, I got more respect for people who are humble and modest, not these, you know, shiders who come out here and say how great they are. So I honestly, I just keep the sub. That's my advice to you. I'm also leaning towards the AP Royal Oak. Man, if you're so rich, you're so successful, buy one, add it to the collection. You don't have to sell your other stuff off. That's really poor form. Okay, that really is poor form. If I don't swap the gold sub for a day, would I be making a mistake swapping it for the rose gold Royal Oak? Man, I thought you said how great you were and how wonderful and successful you were. Successful people don't need to sell their watch to buy the next. Man, it's just poor form. Okay, it's poor form. I gotta be totally honest with you there. I can see you're a cheap son of a bitch, to be completely honest with you there. You bought the wife. The Tag Heuer's okay, but you haven't upgraded anything for her. You're a bit lousy. I mean, I'd get her a steel Rolex. That's what I would. Steel ladies Oyster Perpetual. Maybe a steel ladies date. You know, why'd you buy her something? You just selfish son of a bitch. That's all, really. My absolute grail is to protect Nautilus. Well, you know, to be complete frank with you, there's a lot more to the Patek range than the Nautilus. You seem, I'll be honest with you, man, you seem like a complete show-off, okay? Complete show-off. You're not really into the hobby because you love these pieces. You're into the hobby to show how great you are, and you come across as a complete dickhead, okay? Complete dickhead. I gotta be honest with you, man. Build slowly. Just be more humble and nice, okay? That's going to be a much better way. I don't even know why you sent me pictures of the garbage, the Casios. I don't even know why you'd put that in the box. That's just stupidity, really. And yeah, so look, I gotta be totally honest with you. It is, you got some nice pieces there. Great. But man, it's nothing that fantastic. It's okay, but man, you got to be more humble. Don't be showing. This is exactly what's wrong with. That's the whole reason I got rid of the gold sub, and whole reason the Nautilus, man. There's more to the range. You just want, look at me. You know, that's not true aficionado. It's just a bit of a tosser. That's honestly, I'm just telling you, man. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way. But yeah, that's the way I see it. So I'd be taking it easily. Just slow down a bit. Slow down. We don't have to be. I don't know. Massive ego. It's out of control. You got to trim it down a bit. Why don't you? My advice to you would be to do a bit of charity work. Do some work for free. Because your ego is out of control. People don't like a smart ass. And yeah, that's the best advice I can give you. So look, thanks a lot for the paid review. Guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't be afraid to put some negative comments. Remember, I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need paid reviews to keep me on the YouTube. Without paid reviews, I wouldn't survive. $50 US. Look down below for details how to get a paid review. And hey, I will see you in the next one. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.